Number 3, millennials are an entrepreneurial generation, and 54% of millennials either want to start a business or have already started one. 27% of millennials are self-employed, and 35% of employed millennials have started their own business on the side to supplement their income. With a shortage of job opportunities, millennials are adapting by starting their own businesses, or they are pursuing tech careers that allow them to work remotely or from home. This trend results in millennials choosing where they want to live based on the quality of life that that city or community offers. How do you plan to improve the quality of life in Mount Airy to attract the millennial generation?
Okay, we'll start with David Rowe.
Well, my very first thought is that millennials attract millennials. Therefore, I think getting millennials involved in the work of the city, through the board and committee appointments, would attract other millennials. My second thought is that the continuation and betterment of the recreational facilities that we all enjoy, such as the community center, our greenways, additional parks, perhaps additional parks in other part of the city, similar to the park at Riverside, and continued support of the Parks and Recreation Committee, as well as the Arts Council, by the way, which has done a great job for the city. You know, the quality of life is a concept that's very difficult to define, and certainly means different things to different people. I think we would all agree that the quality of life here in Mount Airy is already good, and we have several examples that one could cite about how good it really is. I think about the work of Michelle Huff and the plantings that you see throughout the city as being an excellent source of pride for all of us, including millennials. I think about the work of Jeff Boyles and the city staff that keep the water running, the sewers flowing, waste picked up, and the streets in good working condition. Many of us just sort of take this for granted that it just happens, but it doesn't just happen. Then we have a great police force, and we have a great fire department that serve unnoticed unless you need them. All of these entities give Mount Airy a quality of life that we need to support, one and for all. Having seen quite a bit of the world, Mount Airy is the best place one could choose to live.
Thank you. Next up with the same question, we have Steve Yoakley.
First of all, let me say that the Surry County Economic Development Partnership has done an excellent job in promoting Surry County and Mount Airy, working with existing businesses and in helping potential businesses find what they need in our area. They need to continue what they are doing. However, at the present time and into the future, we can't rely solely on older economic development models to provide jobs for any generation, especially the millennials. We must also use newer economic development models, one of which, according to John Martin of Southeastern Institute of Research, has 3 components. First, create a great space. Second, people come to enjoy the great space. And third, great employers and great companies come to provide high-quality jobs with good wages. I anticipate that the redevelopment of the Spencer's property should provide great spaces which will draw people into this area, and we all can benefit from the high-quality jobs that will come. In these exciting revitalized areas, I think there can be a large segment of incubator spaces for entrepreneurs in areas such as computer programming, game programming, robotics, arts and crafts, and music being a big part of that redevelopment. In addition to the jobs, added benefits of this redevelopment will bring walkable venues, good food, music, recreation, and other entertainment, and public gathering spaces. Micro apartments are becoming popular in other locations, and this concept may be something that will work in that area. I feel very strongly that all generations, particularly millennials, need to be engaged and participating in creating the plans for these amenities. Millennials and Generation Z, or whatever the next generation will be called, will benefit for the longest period of time, so naturally need to be heavily involved in the planning process of this redevelopment.
Thank you. Next up with the same question, we have Jim Armbruster.
In the plan to improve the quality of life in our community, some areas that we could progress include, of course, the work environment, plus location in relation to having proximity to home, work, and leisure. To support the creation of micro-communities within such areas is directly providing avenues of this quality to develop. Leisure life opportunities need to be fitting in design and operation for millennials, for the single person and for the family life, so millennials may indulge themselves and feel positive about their lives away from the job. This question of quality for life hits home with me. My wife, my 4 children, I chose to live in Mount Airy. I could have lived anywhere else I wanted to, but I chose Mount Airy. It was a great place 25 years ago when I moved here, and it's even greater now. So with the continued progress that we have, everything's headed the excellent, positive way, and I'll support continuing to head that way.
Thank you. Next up with the same question, we have Gene Clark.
Well, you know, first of all, until the federal government decides to address it in a national way, it's going to be hard for rural America, rural America's going to continue to deal with this type of problem. From the surveys that I saw that the millennials did, they feel that the cost of living as well as the hometown convenience here is an advantage. In the prior answer to my prior question, I spoke about the features and benefits that we have of this community as far as the water and the other features of being located near the highways and all that type of thing. So I think whereas service jobs are not going to improve this, I do think we are essentially located on the East Coast to where we can be more of a logistics area for a lot of companies going back and forth. And by that, what I mean is if somebody wants to move from the West Coast to the East Coast to open up a business, they can locate here and they can open their business here and service the East Coast. What that would do and how it would improve the quality of life would be that it would allow for improved wages and income, which would in turn translate into a higher tax base. You'd be bringing in more taxes, and the ability to create the opportunities in our downtown area that would make the millennials want to be here and be a part of the downtown. So I think we need to really focus on building or adding to our resume about the advantages that we have about where we're located on the East Coast. We are centrally located between Vermont and Florida right now. And I think from that standpoint, if we promote that, I think we could really grow some businesses here, bring in some different type businesses other than service industries.
Thank you. Next up with the same question, we have Gail Prophet-Kernoodle.
Yes, I think that the millennials are here already. I believe that there are some people out there that want to start a business right now and are looking for information. They're looking perhaps for rent forgiveness, for, just guidance. I believe, matter of fact, I know of one. I think that it's something to investigate, and all the people out here tonight and at home, I really believe that you know someone that has a business that they can build on, that you're a dream that you might have and say, well, I don't think so, but somebody up here that may really be interested and could help build on that. And like I said, I have a heart. I mean, I think that the emotions and the bridge that we need to fill in the gaps and cross over and get on the same page. So basically, and the quality of life, I think that is here. I mean, we have a good quality of life here. The only thing that I could think of to change right now, I walk a lot. My vehicles were wrecked for one reason or another, and I believe that the sidewalks need repair. We depend on the tourists right now and the sidewalks. And a business venture of mine, I don't know if you'd like to hear it, maybe somebody out here would, but I believe that there's some kind of silicone covering that they have down at the zoo, and it's squishy. It's good on your feet, your back when you walk. I believe that would be. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up with the same question, we have Jerry Taylor.
I've, in the past few days, done quite a bit of research on millennials, and I've learned a lot of stuff. I've learned a lot of new faces, a lot of new phrases, and some new ways of doing business. Words like crowdfunding, car sharing, and digital natives. So Mount Airy lags Surrey County and the U.S. as a percentage with the number of millennials. So the question is valid: how do we get more young people here? As commissioner, I'll work with the planning board, the redevelopment commission, and the developers who are selected for the Spencer's property. Imagine having all this in downtown, having an attractive new living space for single and couples, more varied food and entertainment options, a business incubator, a place where people can come together and share ideas. Just Google the American Underground in Durham and you'll see what we're talking about. Community gardens, a community kitchen, disc golf, athletic fields, safe walking and biking trails linking downtown to the Greenway, a downtown hotel with conference space. All this is possible in the Spencer's property. And based on the data, more than 10,000 millennials in Surrey County want to start a business or already have. Help us get involved. Tell your friends. Mount Airy needs the West Side Redevelopment Project, and we need the millennials to be involved in that project. Thanks.
Thank you. Next up with the same question, we have N.A. Barnes.
The term quality of life is defined differently by different individuals. Let us focus for a few minutes on the positive features that already we have in place that boost our quality of life. We have greenways for physical activity. Our farmers market offers wholesome food. The Arts Council and Museum provide diverse opportunities for enrichment. Medical facilities have been updated. Our schools show growth and success within the state. Mount Airy offers a wide choice of worship. Our beautiful mountains offer areas for activity as well as relaxation and serenity. Again, by enticing new and diverse businesses to come to Mount Airy, our quality of life would be enhanced by allowing more choices. All of these items that I have mentioned are positive, but to people outside of Mount Airy, if we don't promote the assets that we have, they will never know what it's like to live in Mount Airy. As I mentioned in my introduction, we moved here 35 years ago, and we had moved around because of jobs, etc. And I can tell you, when we moved here, we knew we had found home because we could see the quality of life that we have in this wonderful city, Mount Airy. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up with the same question, we have Dean Brown.
I've been a part of the creation of 2 new greenways and parks. We have and continue to create parks and recreation program that is better than any city our size or larger. We continue to enhance the use of natural resources such as fishing and canoeing. The board continues to support our outdoor dining. We are proud of our schools, which rank high in comparison to many other systems throughout the state and adds our quality of life in the millennial generation. As an ex-teacher, I support all of these projects. We are working to keep the cost of living low for everyone, which should specifically help new millennials. This includes keeping our tax rate low affordable apartments being created and plans for upstairs apartments constructed downtown to support a quality of life for the millennial generation. I also work closely with the City of Mount Airy Economic Development Director, Mr. Martin Collins, who is on hand full-time to offer advice to new entrepreneurs as to where and what the next step may be to start and open a new business. The City of Mount Airy, City Council of Mount Airy is always open to offer various incentives and new businesses that will start in Mount Airy. We're in the process of looking for ways to clear land and build shell buildings, which will attract larger industries. Many of the new businesses will offer affordable living, entertainment, restaurants, and jobs, which will improve the quality of life for our millennials.
Thank you. Next up with the same question, Bruce Springthorpe.
So let's focus on quality of life. Other than having a good job and money to spend, what do you think contributes to your quality of life? Is it recreation, different kinds of shops, coffee houses, bars and night spots, new restaurants? If you and your age group are successful enough in creating real jobs, these types of businesses will come as part of the downstream economy. Or you can start one. They're high risk, but if you're willing to take the chance, that may be an opportunity for you. Given that the city owns the Spencer's building, that part of Willow Street could become a great area. I've been to towns that have bricked parts of streets and made them pedestrian only. It creates a wonderful, friendly atmosphere and it attracts traffic for the local businesses. It'd be a great place for many street festivals for wine, arts, music, and to have activities for your kids. I'd be very supportive of having those kinds of things there. We'd have to respect the current homeowners at Renfro Lofts, but to me, that's a much better use of that property than it being a conference center or hotel. If it's outdoor activities you're looking for, Mount Airy already has great parks and wonderful trails. If that's too tame for you, there's lots of possibilities for other outdoor activities. I mentioned some of them a few minutes ago. And that means opportunities for you and others to build businesses around them. My point is that you can create the quality of life that you want. Aside from city parks and a few other things, government is not going to provide it for you. It can, however, create an environment that encourages it. And that will be part of my job as a commissioner.
Thank you. Next up with the same question, Shirley Brinkley.
Quality of life has quickly become a catch-all term, but confusion over what it actually means could have serious negative consequences according to what the definition really is. Quality of life is subjective and multidimensional, encompassing positive and negative features of life. It responds to life's events, circumstances that can change an individual's quality of life. This 20-year research shows that a precise, clear, and shared definition is a long way off. Subjectivity appears to be fundamental to our understanding of quality of life. The confusion over what quality of life means does little to help professionals in any field and could have serious ethical consequences. This article in Forbes magazine caught my eye on September the 4th, 2014, when I turned 69. Do your math. I'm now 70. I find it difficult to determine the quality of life that each of us might desire. Each of us, all generations and varied ages, wants and needs something different to meet his or her definition for happiness. As a grandmother and a board member, I will always point out the positives of Mount Airy to each of my 7 millennial generation grandchildren and will encourage each of them to work and live in this community. Quality of life indicators reach beyond the city level to the state and federal level. I believe that most cities, including Mount Airy, strives to meet the expectations for all citizens to live comfortably, have good schools, good health care facilities, spiritual growth, and quality jobs. Our board works hard to meet these necessities Therefore, I feel it is up to each individual to determine whether his or her happiness requires or our
Your
met.
time is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Bill Clark.
Quality of life is a different term for different people. It depends on what you call quality. We have a lot in that area. We have like greenways and parks, and we also have entertainment at downtown in the theater. We have music every Thursday, I believe it is. And we need to improve the quality of our business. I think if you have a trickle down economy for the business, hire the quality people they need with benefits, that the rest will come on them. People are interested in the quality of life. If they want a park, then they come to the commissioners and say, we need a park in this area. If it's feasible, we will do it. But I think that, basically, I think that the quality of life depends on what each individual has in mind. Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughtful responses.